For most Christians, it may come as a surprise to learn that the lives of Jesus and his mother are narrated in the Qur'an. Like the Bible, the Qur'an claims that Jesus was born miraculously to the Virgin Mary. The story of Jesus' birth is narrated in vivid detail in the Qur'an. As in the Bible, an angel tells Mary she is pregnant despite being a virgin. But the story of what follows then changes completely. In the Qur'an's version, there's no stable, no manger, and above all, no Joseph. In the Bible, Mary's role is limited to the passive mother of Christ. The Qur'an gives accounts of her ancestry, her birth, her childhood in the Temple of Solomon, and as mother of Jesus. She's the only woman mentioned by name in the Qur'an. Saint Mary is an Iranian film based on the Qur'an's version of her life.
The film Saint Mary was something that came about because of an inspiration that I always had about Virgin Mary, the story of Virgin Mary mentioned in the Qur'an. It had a great impact in many Muslim countries. Even Muslims didn't know that how the Qur'an describes Mary, speaks about her, and how great a lady she is.
پروردگارا منم مریم خدمتگزار تو.
So Mary is treated in the Quran right from her birth, and the way she was born, and the way she was dedicated to God, and the way she was raised, and then the way she was being contacted by the angels, preparing her, giving her the news that something important is going to happen.
خداوند تو را برگزید و پاک گردانید و از میان همه زنان تو را برای امر بزرگ خویش اختیار نمود.
She is seen as the ultimate model of perfect balance.
As in the Bible, an angel tells Mary she's pregnant despite being a virgin.
Angel Gabriel comes in and says, I've come to you with the good news. And she says, what is the good news? And angel says, you are pregnant.
What? I'm not even married yet. For us, for a child to be born, there must be a father, there must be a mother, there must be, a marriage. And that where a child is born.
And the angel says, well, God does what he wants. He just says, be, and it is.
And the angel blew on to Mary. And she conceived.
مریم من جبرئیل فرستاده پروردگار تو ام تا پسری پاکیزه به تو عطا کنم.
After she conceives, the Quran's version differs from that in the Bible.
There is no Joseph in the story, in the Quranic story. She's alone, completely alone, with this burden, literally a physical burden.
Instead of being protected by Joseph and giving birth in a manger, Mary's labour takes place alone, under a date tree in the desert.
The discomfort of being heavily pregnant in the desert, alone, knowing that you're carrying this sort of scandalous, burden, if you like. And she's in the throes of labour. And there, in the pain, you see her humanity and you relate to her, and she's like, would that I be a thing undone? Would that I be dead before this?
And then God spoke to her. comforted her. This is one of the most beautiful things that could ever happen to anyone, that you've been tried and you've gone through the rough bits, and now God comforts you. And God spoke to her and said,
تشنی به زمین زیر پایت بنگر خداوند برای تو چشمه‌ای جاری کرده است.
In the Quran, Mary returns to her people. As an unmarried mother, she causes outrage.
She's got to go back to her people and explain it. But instead of being able to explain herself, the angel imposes silence upon her. And the people are scandalized by what's happened.
پدرت که مرد بدی نبود، مادرت هم که فاجره نبود. مریم، این چه رنگی است که به بار آورده ای؟
Mary points to Jesus.
از ما میخواهد با این بچه سخن بگویی.
What did the child do then? Yes, Islam. He talked. Could you believe a baby talking? But that baby, a newly born baby, raised his head up to the crowd and says,
من عیسی مسیح بنده خدا هستم. خداوند به من کتاب آموخته و مرا نبوت داده است.
In the Quran, this is the first miracle of Jesus. The Bible's first miracle is Jesus turning water into wine at the age of 30.
Jesus is born without a father, and he's born speaking. So basically it's saying, I can do whatever I want.
The ability to talk as a newborn child is one of many miracles not recorded in the biblical account of Christ's life.
We have more sayings in the Islamic tradition about Jesus than you'll find in the Gospels themselves. So there is a possibility that other things did happen.
There were many Gospels around that didn't all make it into the New Testament. And the church tried to limit the number of Gospels and lives of Jesus.
إذ قالت الملائكة يا مريم إن الله يبشرك بكلمة منه اسمه المسيح عيسى بن مريم.
As Muslim women, we believe that Mary, the mother of Jesus, or as we say in Islam, Isa, is a very powerful role model for us.
She's also seen as a symbol of purity, a figure young Muslim women can look up to. At this event, there's a rap performance inspired by stories of Mary in the Quran.
You will see the pearl open up wide, and inside will shine her inner beauty.
When someone told me there's a chapter Mary in the Quran, I was like totally gobsmacked. I was thinking, hold on, I went to school with a lot of Muslims, and none of them told me this. So I said, what? There's a chapter Mary? I said, what? There's the same Mary that's the mother of Jesus? I said, yeah. I said, no, I've got to get this Quran.
I'm trying to step like a modern day Mary, mother of Isa, soldier of Allah, spiritual senorita, piety like first Khalifa.
If Mary was here today, as far as I'm concerned as a Muslim woman, she'd be rolling with us, you get what I'm saying? Like, she'll be rolling with us, she'll be dressing like us, you know, she'll be setting an example the way we're trying to set an example.
Before I was a Muslim, you know, I had a red Mohican, I was like into short skirts, I was walking about thinking, yeah, you know, I'm liberated, but I realized men just didn't have no respect for me.
Her love of Allah rolled deeper than lava beneath the earth's crust. Free from lust, she never crushed, just placed her trust in Allah, daughter of the dust. So it's a must for us to resurrect her legacy in these days.